free for a catch-up?
Yeah, always.
On the ward, we're working from a biopsychosocial approach, and we have the medics mostly focused on the the medical model, the biological approaches and the medication. You have psychology staff focusing on that psychological part of the approach, and then as social work staff, we're there to focus on social issues and the social model.
Whenever I think of social work, particularly in the PQ and the acute, obviously where we are, I think we're kind of like the filler between the rest of the team. So like you say, all the other disciplines have got a focus that they look at, patient focus, which I appreciate we need to be, but I think our role is wider than that, broader.
On a PQ and acute, again, we're looking at very short timelines for admission, so those things we need to kind of establish what were the issues that might have led to the relapse and sort of quickly address those before people are ultimately getting better and going back out to live their lives in the community.
Yeah, and I think there are often things that people perhaps don't think about because the focus is on the patient in the here and now. It's actually things that we've worked with you thinking about. Is it relationship breakdown, financial stress, homelessness, immigration needs? That's something that we come across quite a lot, isn't it? And debts and things that perhaps we need to manage before a patient leaves, otherwise they're just going to go straight back into those social stresses, and then the risk of relapse is that much higher as well.
We are thinking more widely about the families, communities and like wider society and all of those issues that might also have an impact on the patient's life. We're thinking about the stresses in everyday life that might lead to someone feeling stressed and ultimately becoming unwell. And there's such a wide thing that we might consider, it could be debt, could be being self-employed and not making as much money as usual, could be help with paying bills. Could be access to benefits.
These are things that if you haven't got social work on the ward, there are a lot of things that get missed, and I don't think it's something that nursing or other disciplines would perhaps pick up or even consider.
While other disciplines are focusing on that person on the ward and helping them recover and become more stable mentally, we're focusing on, okay, well, what was happening before that led up to them coming in, and what can we change to make sure that when they go out they're not in the same set of circumstances with the same sort of social stressors still that are going to impact again on their mental health.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think there's other things that we often think about might be like housing. Are they still got a secure eviction? Are they at risk of homelessness? A lot of people, when they've become unwell, might have done something within their accommodation that's led to them getting eviction notices or being risks to their neighbours that need consideration again before they're discharged.
Yeah, as you were saying that, I was just thinking the other big thing for us is the carer contact, isn't it? And perhaps it could be accommodation for our patients that live with family or parents or partners. Is it appropriate for them to go back to them? How do they feel about that? Because that can impact a discharge process as well if you've got parents that don't feel able for their son or brother or husband or whatever to come back to the family home, and that can be quite a discharge obstacle for us. So again, that's something that we would address with the carers and the patient whilst they're here, that again, something that might be missed if social work weren't involved on the ward.
Yeah.